Yes, good morning students. Today we will be continuing with circles. So, we started with, in earlier classes we studied about a circle with center O. OA and OB are called the radius of the circle, and plural of radius is radii. I already told you people. Now BA is the diameter. Why? It is passing through the center. And what is the difference between BA and PQ? PQ is a chord, though BA is also called, but the special name given to it is diameter. Why? Because BA is the chord which is passing through the center. BA is the longest chord, right? That we have already done. So that also you know that diameter is twice the radius. Then we studied about arc. What is an arc? Arc is a part of circle. So when I am saying PBQ, PBQ is the minor arc, and if I talk about PAQ, PAQ is the major arc. I will write PBQ. PBQ, this is the symbol for arc, is minor arc, and PAQ, PAQ is, can you see PAQ? This is PAQ. Please check it out. This whole is PAQ, and PAQ is called major arc, right? PAQ is our major arc. And after the arc we studied about segment. What is segment? Region bounded by a chord and an arc. Region bounded by the chord and an arc. So this is the segment. So this one is called the minor segment. This larger area is called the major segment. What is it? Minor segment and major segment. So these are the two things we have already done. Now next what we did about sector. Now what is a sector? Sector is region bounded by, this is the recapitulation of work, two radii and an arc. Please check it out. Let us try to make a sector. O is a point. Then what is the sector? If OA is the one radius, OB is the second radius, then AB is the arc. Then what is sector? This is sector OAB. Again, minor sector OAB. I must mention it like OAPB. Similarly, if I talk about major sector is BQAA. BQA. Yeah, you can write it as OBQA, right? OBQA. This is the major sector. Then I told you about congruency. Why I am using congruency here? Because in some of the theorems I am going to use congruency. Which concepts of congruency I will use? What is congruency? Two triangles are said to be congruent. What was it? Two triangles are said to be congruent. If all three sides of one triangle equal to corresponding three sides of another triangle. This is triple S, side. Similarly, I have SAS rule, and then I have ASA rule, and hence I have RHS congruency rules that you must have studied in classes 7th and 8th also. So just I have to give the idea of the congruency. Rest we will be studying in that chapter only. And second thing which we are going to use during the theorems, that equal sides, subtends equal sides have equal angles opposite to it. Equal angles opposite to it. What does it mean? If I have a triangle ABC, if AB is equal to AC, right? If this AB is equal to AC, then angle opposite to AB must be angle C. तो ए बी के ऑपोजिट एंगल सी हुआ, देन ए सी के ऑपोजिट एंगल बी हुआ. एंड थर्ड विच वी आर गोइंग टू यूज, दैट इज द कन्वर्स ऑफ टू ओनली. व्हाट इज इट? इफ एंगल्स आर इक्वल, if angles are equal, then sides corresponding to these sides opposite, not corresponding, opposite to these angles also equal. These angles also equal. Please check it out in the diagram. It is A, B, C again. If angle B is equal to angle C, check it out. Angle B is this. Angle B के opposite I have a side AC, and if angle B is equal to C, C के opposite क्या बनेगी side AB. These three results of congruency and triangles we are going to use in the theorems. Now over to the theorems of circle. Theorems of circle, again I am just recapitulating whatever I have done till now. अभी मैंने कुछ भी नया नहीं स्टार्ट किया. First we did theorem 10.1. What was it? Theorem 10.1 says equal chords subtend equal angles at center. Equal angles at center. Now what does it mean? It means suppose I have a circle with center O. Whenever I am speaking circle, then I have to define the center of that circle. Circle का center define करना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. Please check it out. It is given, suppose I have a chord AB and I have another chord CD. Center तो ये रहा. Now I have to prove, please check it out, that angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Now again, whenever we are doing the theorems or we are proving in any question, we have to write the given. Now what is given? Chord AB is equal to chord CD. Right? Chord AB is equal to chord CD. What is to be proved? To prove, let us mention this angle as 1 and this as 2. To prove angle 1 equal to angle 2. See, please check it out. I have a circle, I have a chord. ठीक है, और अगर मैं इस chord, suppose this is the PQ chord, तो if I am joining this, joining the endpoints of the chord with the radius, with the center, then obviously OP and OQ becomes the radius, and this angle is called central angle. What is it called? Central angle, or angle subtended by the chord at the center. So now I have to prove angle 1 equal to angle 2. Now please see, in triangle ABO and triangle CDO, please check it out, ABO and CDO, AB is equal to CD. It is given to you. Please check. OB is equal to OD. Why? Because both are radius of the circle. Similarly, OA equal to OC. Again, it is the radii. Therefore, triangle ABO congruent to triangle CDO by triple S. Right? If the triangles are congruent, that means their corresponding angles are also equal. So angle 1 equal to angle 2, CP, CT. What does it mean? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So hence, central angle, if the two chords are equal, then their central angles are also equal. Now you can prove the converse of this theorem on your own, that I have discussed with you in earlier classes also. That is theorem 10.2, right? So now over to exercise 10.2. The first question is, prove equal chords of congruent circles. First of all, we have to understand what are congruent circles. When the two circles are said to be congruent, when their radii are same. Now the question is, you have two congruent circles. Let us say C1 and C2 are the congruent circles. C1 congruent to C2. That is what given to you. Moreover, what else is given to you? Equal chords of congruent circles. If I have a chord AB of this circle and chord CD of this circle, I have been given that chord AB is equal to chord CD. Right? What is to be proved now? We have to prove angle AC1B is equal to angle CC2D. Please check it out. This is the angle made by chord AB at center. Similarly, chord CD is making this angle at center, and let us mark them 1 and 2. Right? Now again, proof is same. Why proof is same? Because chords are equal and circles are congruent. So it is same as what we have done in the previous question. Still we will be doing in triangle ABC1 and triangle CDC2. Please see, ABC1 and CDC2, AB equal to CD, which is given to you. Now AC1, please check it out, is equal to CC2. Why? Because C1 congruent to C2. Similarly, C1D is equal to C2D. Same reason, C1 congruent to C2, that means their radii must be equal. This implies triangle ABC1 congruent to triangle CDC2, again by triple S, and this implies 1 is equal to 2 CPCT. This is what we have to prove. This was exercise 10.2, question number 1, and now I am taking up question number 2 of this exercise only. Please check. We have to prove if chords of congruent circles have equal angles, then chords are also equal. So again, it is only the converse of question 1. Please check it out. What is given to you? I have two circles. I have two circles. Let us say center O and its center is P. I have two chords AB and CD. What is given to you? Now, you have been given that circle C1 and C2. C1 congruent to C2. This implies OA is equal to PC, OB equals to PD. Right? Now, what else is given to you? This is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Angle 1 equal to angle 2 is also given to you. What is to be proved? We have to prove AB equals to CD. Right? Now again, how will you do? You will use congruency. What will you do? Which congruent rule you will be applying here? It will be SAS. So prove it on your own by SAS. These were just two very easy questions of exercise 10.2. Now over to theorem 10.3. Okay, let us start. So the perpendicular from center of a circle to the chord bisects the chord. What does this mean? It means if I have a circle, please see, with center O of course, and there is a chord AB. Now what is to be proved? That if I draw a perpendicular, please check it out. I am drawing the perpendicular, let it be P. OP is perpendicular to AB. Now what is to be proved? The perpendicular from the center bisects the chord. Children, this is a very important result we will be using in class 9, class 10. 9th class circle is the base for class 10 circles. Now please see. Now what is given to you? Let us start. What is given to you? You have chord AB, a circle with center O. सबसे पहले ये लिखना ज़रूरी होता है. A circle with center O and a chord AB. What else is given? It is given that OP is perpendicular to AB. Now what is to be proved? To prove that this perpendicular bisects the chord. What do you mean by bisect? Dividing the chord in two equal parts, that is AP is equal to PP, and which is equal to half of AB. Now before proving, let us draw construction. We will join the endpoints of the chord. So you will write construction, join OA and OB. What is the construction? Join OA and OB. Now, how will you prove it? Please check. Again, it is being divided in two triangles. You will write in triangle OAP and triangle OBP. Let us see. See, please check. OA is equal to OB radii. OP is equal to OP common, and angle OPA is equal to angle OPB is equal to 90 degree, right? Therefore, triangle OAP congruent to triangle OBP, it is by RHS. Why it is RHS? This is the right angle which is 90. Hypotenuse is equal to the hypotenuse, and the side OP is common for both. And if the two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are also equal. This implies AP equal to PB, CP, CT. Right? So what does this mean? If a perpendicular is drawn from the chord, if the perpendicular is drawn from the center to the chord, please see, from the center to the chord, then that perpendicular is bisecting the chord. Now, theorem 10.4, again, it is the converse of 10.3. So the theorem statement says the line drawn through center of a circle, line drawn through center of a circle, line drawn through center of the circle bisects the chord. So what is given to you this time? Again, a circle with center O, a circle with center O, and what else is given? OL is a line such that AL equal to LB. Now it is not given that it is perpendicular. That is what you have to prove. You have to prove, because AL is equal to LB, because this line drawn from the center to the chord, it is bisecting the chord. That means that must be the perpendicular to the chord. Right? Again, join OA and OB. This is the part of the construction. Now, how to prove it? Again, we have to take in triangle OAL and triangle OBL. OA is equal to OB, OL is common, AL equal to LB. It's given. Therefore, triangle OAL, please check it out, is congruent to triangle OBL. Please do it yourself by triple S. Got it? And this implies angle ALO is equal to BLO. Right? Please see this. Angle ALO is equal to BLO, but these are linear pair angles. This implies ALO plus BLO is equal to 180 degree, implies twice ALO is equal to 180 degree. This implies ALO is 90 degree. If this is 90, this is also 90, and this implies OL perpendicular to AB. That is what we had to prove. So in nutshell, whenever I repeat, whenever I have a line drawn from the center of the circle to the chord, if I have a perpendicular, if OL is perpendicular to PQ, then PL has to be equal to LQ. This is a very important result that we are going to use in various questions. I hope theorem 10.4 is clear to you. Now students, we have already done theorems, various theorems. Now I have theorem 10.6 and theorem 10.7, which happens, theorem 10.7 happens to be the converse of 10.6. Now what does this say? This theorem says equal chords of a circle are equidistant from center. What does it mean? I have a circle again with center O. I have two chords. One is, let us name AB, and the other one is, let us name CD. So what is given to you? Again given circle with center O and AB equals to CD. Now what is to be proved? Equal chords are equidistant from center. That means if I will draw two perpendiculars, obviously when I am talking about equidistant means the equidistant, whenever we are measuring the distance, that is quite obvious that we are measuring it perpendicular wise. So what we have to prove? To prove OL is equal to, let us say, OM. OL is equal to OM. Again, I have to convert it into the triangle. So what will I do? What I will do in this question, I will join OA and I will join OD. Please check it out. I will join OA and I will join OD. So what I will write? Construction, join OA and OD. Right? Now let us prove. Please see. Again I have two triangles. In triangle ALO and triangle DMO, please check it out. OL is perpendicular to OB. Here I will write OL perpendicular to AB. So AL is equal to LB is equal to half AB. Please check it out. OL perpendicular to AB. That means AL must be equal to LB equal to half of AB. How? By the previous theorem which we did, theorem 10.3. What theorem 10.3 said it about it? Ki if a perpendicular is drawn from the center to the chord, then that perpendicular is bisecting the chord. This point is clear. Similarly, OM perpendicular to CD, this implies CM equal to MD is equal to half of CD. This you have to write separately. Clear? Now, please check it out one more thing. AB equal to CD implies half AB is equal to half CD. AB equal to CD is given to you. This is being given to you. That means half AB is equal to half CD, and half AB I can take it AL, and half CD I can take it MD. Half AL is AB is AL, and this can be written as MD. And make it point A. Make it point A. Now in triangle ALO and triangle DMO, now it is very simple. Please check. OA is equal to OD, that is radius, right? AL is equal to MD. JP means just proved in A. JP means just proved. Now this is also equal, and OL, please see, angle ALO, please check it out. Angle ALO is equal to angle DMO. Angle ALO is equal to DMO is equal to 90 degrees. This implies triangle ALO congruent to triangle DMO, again by RHS. SSA तो कोई रूल नहीं होता. जब भी 90 डिग्री का एंगल होता है या राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल होते हैं तो we try for RHS. So this is by RHS, and this implies OL is equal to OM CPC. Got it? CPCD. So which theorem we have proved? That equal chords of a circle are equidistant from center. Now over to the next theorem, that is theorem 10.7. What it says, that chords equidistant from center. Chords equidistant from center. So let us draw a circle again. I have a circle with center O and chords equidistant. I have a chord AB and a chord CD. हम किसी भी डायरेक्शन में कहीं भी chord बना सकते हैं. Now it is given that chords are equidistant. What is given? That chords are equidistant. So given is, given circle with center O, OL is equal to OM. Please mind it that OL and OM must be perpendiculars. Why? Because we are talking about the distance. Distance of a line from a point is always perpendicular. We never take distance like this. Got it? So this is the perpendicular one, is the distance for this. Now OL is equal to OM given to you. Now to prove AB equal to CD, right? Please see, again we will join, construction will do, we'll join. एक यहाँ से join कर लीजिए, OD को join कर दिया मैंने, इधर से I have joined OA. Join OD and OA. Now again, before doing the proof, before taking up the triangles, we'll write OL perpendicular to CD. This implies CL is equal to LD is equal to half CD. Similarly, OM perpendicular to AB. This implies AM is equal to MB is equal to half AB. Now you consider these two triangles. OA is equal to OB radius. OM is equal to OL. Why? Because it is given. And the third angle 90. That means again triangles are congruent. by RHS, triangle OLD congruent to triangle OMA. Do it yourself now. By RHS, this implies LD is equal to AM. But what is LD? LD is half CD is equal to half AB, and this implies AB equal to CD. Hence proved. So now to sum up what we said, कि if in a circle a perpendicular is drawn to the chord, अगर एक perpendicular chord से we draw it, this implies that perpendicular from center to the chord, perpendicular from center to chord bisects the chord. बहुत important result है that we are going to use. Perpendicular from center to chord bisects the chord. Number 1. Number 2. If line from center to chord is bisecting the chord, then line must be perpendicular. Line must be perpendicular. Third thing, if two chords are equal, then their distances, which happens to be the perpendicular ones from center, are also equal. And last thing that we have done today, if perpendicular distances from center to chord are equal, from center to chord are equal, this implies chords must also be equal. These are very important results that we are going to use in exercise 10.5. Exercise 10.5 we'll be doing in our next class.